A few years ago, we opened a park in honor of Dr. King, and it is a very nice park that the city maintains. And again, we tried to do it on several occasions, but finally the brothers, the Bronze what? What's it called?
Bronze Heat.
Bronze Heat. It's the Bronze Heat. They are the gentlemen or the organization who helped sponsor to get that park done, which is right on the corner. So there's much more to this story in terms of the two detectives who were assigned to be his bodyguards. Charles Council, who passed away just a few years ago. I'm so sorry, full of air. Who just passed away a few years ago, and Benjamin Leake, who is still living, who I talked to on a number of occasions. And when I asked Benjamin, Mr. Leake, Detective Leake, about this story, he says he doesn't remember a whole lot because he was too busy trying to protect Dr. King. Now, why that's important is because I received the transcription from Bill Klein. Bill Klein was the councilman who for this ward, first African American councilman, and he was here on that day. His transcription says, and I've been trying to track this down and follow it up, and I have the transcription at home, that Dr. King came down Route 4, and each town that he passed, he starts in Fort Lee. Each town that he passed, the police give him an escort through those towns. So he's come from Fort Lee. Fort Lee, they escort him through Teaneck, through Englewood, through Teaneck, through Hackensack, all the way till he gets to Patterson. And when he gets to Patterson, he goes to the Masonic Temple. And then, now this is where again, everybody got a different story. That they said that he marched down here. He didn't. He drove. He was driven down here. So it behooves you to most certainly, as young historians, as people who have an interest in history, to certify, verify whatever you see here, and what people tell you. I'm sure that people are going to look me up and find out whether I'm telling the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our tour. I wish there is so much more that I could say, so many more stops that I could make, but unfortunately time will not allow me to. I hope that you have been able to learn something from this. One last thing, and I always say that, and then 5 things come. I am working on a little booklet like the one that you have, Slavery at the River's Edge, and it is called Hinchliffe Stadium, Patterson Circus Maximus. And there's a booklet about the history, a little of the history of Hinchliffe Stadium, but most certainly about the Negro League players, not just Negro League players, the men baseball players who are part of the Baseball Hall of Fame who played here in Patterson. It's going to be a very interesting thing because it will be different from what the museum is saying. I tried to interest them in that, and of course, sometime people on the committee have another idea about the direction that they want to go. So this might be yes, sir.
Is Chris still here?
I'm here.
Yeah.
We need to acknowledge that Chris Favorite Muhammad also did the artwork,
Yes.
him and his team, and that art with Dr. King's statue. That's important.
That's right.
Did everybody hear him?
That's right.
Your team, we're gonna go. You gotta get your car.
All right.